us again, okay?
Do you guys ever think that the eye is watching this? Maybe this isn't what they want? At like the exact right moment, they're gonna swoop in and be like, yes, thank God you're here. Thank God, just in the nick of time, eye. And then we'll just celebrate and it was all worth it in the end. I didn't even really think that either, so it's cool.
Ta-da! So happy to be working with you. Please come in, come in. Wait, sorry, how are you working with us?
Well, inasmuch as a magician who pulls a rabbit from a hat is working with that rabbit. We'll be working together, yes. Allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah, you're Walter Mabry. You died a year ago.
Yes, an idea I got from you, Mr. Wilder. If fake your death and the world puts its guard down. I'm able to control quite a few companies, including my old partner Owens. There's a consortium of so-called anonymous shareholders.
And that violates how many SEC
I
laws?
believe it makes all of them. You see, you all want an audience. Need one, desperately. It's quite sad. Hence my ability to navigate. I, on the other hand, want the opposite of that. I just want to be, and I am, 100% off the grid. You know why?
Yeah, because the grid is for actual human beings.
No, because in a world of total surveillance, the only true freedom lies in not being seen. You can't control the grid from within the grid. Follow me. Follow me.
Okay.
You pulled a hat out of a rabbit. That was very helpful.
Almost 8.5 years ago, so no need to bring that up.
We never can't be held accountable for our adolescent personas, can we? Magicolio.
Magical, yeah. That's 15 years ago.
Don't get me wrong. I love magic. Like you and many others who I suppose were not getting any sex in high school, I dabbled with it, but unlike you, I was able to transition upward towards actual magic. Science, you may let it go. So, would you like to know, my friends, just how I got you here?
How you doing?
There you go.
Yeah, you stole our files for the show, then obviously hypnotized us.
No, seriously,
The
stop.
strobe was a combo of binaural beats as well as...
No, I said stop! You may not be having fun, but I am.
You have an unusual wish.
So, how'd I do it?
What's going on, ladies and gents? It's Iverland coming back to another fantasy film review, and this time we're moving on to the sequel. Now You See Me 2. So with this film, picks up about a year and a half after the first one. And if you haven't seen the first one, then cut this off because you're about to be spoiled. So after the events of what happened in the first film, Mark Ruffalo is kind of like trying to work with the Horsemen, but the Horsemen feel like they're not gaining any ground. And also Ilsa Fisher, she's not in this film. Reason being, apparently she was pregnant or something was going on to where she couldn't be in the film. Hopefully they bring her back for the third film because a lot of fans, including myself, would like to see her again. She was great in the first film. So we have a newcomer whose name was Lizzie Kaplan. She comes in to replace the woman from the first film. I forget her name. So the Horsemen pretty much do a stunt and they get captured, and then we meet Woody Harrelson's twin brother, who's played by Woody Harrelson, which was really cool. Kind of get a backstory about him, the reason why they have a problem with each other, a serious problem to where one has no problem killing the other, which is really, really disturbing in a sense. And then they get pulled in to work with Daniel Radcliffe's character, who, Harry Potter. It was nice to see him do something else outside of that. He was really cool, but menacing and kind of a little bit of a nut job. And the film pretty much just delves into that, where they are trying to do this job for Daniel Radcliffe, because if they don't, he's going to kill him. And then as you continue through the film, you find out what's really the person behind the curtain with that, as well as Morgan Freeman returns, and this time he's also being forced to work with Mark Ruffalo, even though Mark Ruffalo's character had him thrown in jail, thrown in prison. So we also find out some things about those two, and there's also even a lot of secrets revealed towards the end of the film that deal with the past of what happened in the first film. So that was interesting too, as well as finding out about the eye and really what it is. We don't fully have a full description yet or discussion because of the way the film ends, but we're getting close to what that is and such. So that was cool. The action was good. The fantasy was good. The magic that they did this time around was just as good. However, I give this film an 8 out of 10 yes sirs, and my reason for that was honestly because Isla Fisher, she wasn't in here. I think if you could have had both women, that would have been fine, but her not being in this film, I think hurt the film a little bit. She's a great actress. I loved her in the first film, and I felt like with her not being in the second film, it just wasn't as fun. I don't think it was a bad film. I just, more or less, I just missed her. She was greatly missed, and I really, they already said they're working on a third film. I really hope you guys bring her back. Anybody who might be seeing my review about it, you guys, it'd be great if you bring her back. I'd love to see her because she just, the way she interacted with the other three guys, Jesse, Woody, and I forget the other guy's name, but he's the brother of another actor. He's having brain farts with these names, but Lizzie was cool, but Isla, shoot, am I even saying her name right? Shoot, I'm sorry, you guys. I always think like Isla. Lizzie was cool, but Isla, I felt and I don't know, maybe because Isla was first, but the interaction between her and the other three guys was just, it just felt better. Lizzie was cool, but Lizzie just felt like, it almost felt like they wrote her to be almost off the wall because they didn't want her to copy what Isla had done. But at the same time, it was just like you didn't have to do that. She could have, I don't know. I don't think she had to be a badass, like a smart mouth either. But I don't know. She just didn't fit as well as Isla did in the first film. I don't know. But I also don't want her to not be in the third film. I would love to bring back Isla, but have Lizzie in the third film as well. So if you haven't seen this, if you saw the first one, you liked it, watch the second one. If you haven't seen the first one, do not watch this yet, because the first one had so many twists and turns that watching this as a follow-up is good. But watching this first, it ruins everything from the first one. So please don't don't watch this first. Watch the first. Don't watch the second film first. Watch the first film first. Literally. So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one.